Welcome back. Um, Recap. I don't know what to say. Let's just continue on from last video. Sayori, let's just say, is no longer with us. The craziest thing is let me show you. She no longer has a character file, which is insane. Happy thoughts. Um, what the fuck? Am I looking at? I don't think that was in there before. Traceback text. This is what I was looking for. What? Hold up. So if you don't remember what happened, Sayori, um, no longer with us, but if you don't remember, I'll show you the picture if you can see it on my phone. Hmm. It says behind or after we see this for a bit. I'm like, oh, my pause this. It says file game slash script dash ch5.rpy line 307 see traceback text for details. So I finally found that file, and this is what it says. Full traceback. I don't know how to decrypt this. We don't need that. This was for other stuff. Oh, don't read that. I'm gonna have to break this down. Okay, let's just continue on. Try to open the game. Open the game. Why didn't it have me save? You know what? Just reopen the game. See what happens. This game is freaking me out. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little. What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some pliers to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? Guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? Haha, about that. I actually quit the debate club. Oh, give me one. Really? Quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. So this conversation actually happened in the beginning of the game when Sayori brought us to the literature club. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget, publicity, and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. Oh my gosh, that jump scared me. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? Hahaha. It's kind of embarrassing, but there's only 3 of us so far. Monica. really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that, but it's really not boring at all, you know? There can be anything, reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps their own manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. Besides, a member is a member, right? Did Monica say she?
No, not again.
Did Monica say she? Hey, Will? By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could come at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how can I refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome. You're really sweet, Will. You know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. If you remember, when we came to the club last time, it was sayori, and thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. But last time it said sayori in her. I don't remember exactly what it said. They're just replacing everything with Monica right now, if it was sayori. So am I gonna... We'll just see. Bathroom break. I'll be back. Okay, here we go. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Notice how Monica is being replaced. Or Sayori's being replaced with Monica. Oh my gosh. I'm back. And I brought a guest with me. I'm gonna text in my Discord. Eh? A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Will. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess. You're Monika's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki, the girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. This falsity makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyways, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. This is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you, Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Will in the classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monika, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into it. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Will? Wow. Girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monika and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monika. So I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. Confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard to justify these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. Carefully places the teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. Keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Wait, I pressed new game. It didn't ask me for my name, so... Whoa. I'm just baffled at this game. This game is like any I've ever played. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Huh, I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Eh, that's not. Salted Yuri looked away. Wait. Hold one minute. What is Monika's bow always white? Her hair? Let me check. What is it? Nope, it was white. Okay. I'm not crazy. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading them might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering it. Answering that. Manga. Muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri chases the rim of her teacup with her finger. Oh. My goodness. All of the saves are gone that we had. I want to go back. Ugh. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Let me look something up real quick. Okay, I'm gonna have to blur. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious the way her eyes light up. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements that usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. Okay, if you guys don't mind, I'm not gonna read everything again because I already did. If you want to read it yourself, you can't. Well, I gotta read it. Never mind. I desperately graph something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well have been a conversation with a rock. Aha! I expect that from you, Yuri. It's your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if the story makes you think or takes me to another world, then it is not for the real horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world. If only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes darted to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gave you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. Looks like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. Give that back. Fine, fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your reader, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, set an example to help Natsuki feel comfortable to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all stood in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri looked quizzically at Monica. So I'll go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well? Well, hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought. The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Will. The thing is, am I crazy or did the screen just blink red? We don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. If we don't find one before the festival, I'm defenseless against you girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. Besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Will? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Well, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Well, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Hehehe. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Ray cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. Oh my goodness, this game completely changed. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You unlocked a special poem? Yes. Wait. Let me look up something real quick. Okay, we're not doing that. Okay. Just explode, comfort, disarray. I just want to see what happens. Hi again, Will. Glad to see you didn't run away on us, ha ha ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Back to the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Freaky. Thanks for keeping your promise, Will. Hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Did you guys see what I just saw? I'm not crazy. I still can't believe this crap. Like, all of our safes are gone. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. I think I kind of messed up on, like, getting every ending. You already had to be dragged in here by Monica. I don't know if you just plan to come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. What the fuck? Why is she in front of the text box? I can't. I know what it says. It says Natsuki Natsuki does certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room. What the frick is going on? What, Monica? Am I crazy or is everything like tilted? Is this what the game's supposed to do to you? Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. I swear, like, this is like... Okay, I'm going insane by not looking at my videos. Oh, it's definitely tilted. Okay, I'm not crazy. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plopped back into her seat. I'm sorry, Will. We'll make sure you we'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read. Well, can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that. If you ask, wait, I didn't mean it like that. Oh, don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. Ah, no, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. I'm going insane right now. My OCD is going off. Cause the freaking felt it. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reached into her bag and pulled out a book. I didn't want to feel you. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? I'm not pointing that out right now. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Wait, hold up 1 second. Let's pop a save in. I want to see something. Holy sh! So in this okay. Let me freaking mute all. Because this is freaking serious. So I was like, oh, I wonder if there's anything in the folder because this trace back came in. We are back with Doki Doki Literature Club. If you don't remember what happened last time, we were given a book by Yuri, and I found something new in the folder. It says, can you hear me? And it's a poem, I think. It said there's a little devil inside of all of us. Beneath their manufactured perception, their artificial reality has a writhing, twisted mess of dread, loathing, judgment, elitism, self-doubt, all thrashing to escape the feeble hold of their host, seeping through every little crevice they can find, into their willpower, starving them of all motivation and desire, into their stomach, forcing them to drown in their guilt and comfort food, or into a newly opened gash in their skin, hidden only by the sleeves of a cute new shirt. Such a deplorable tangled mass is already present in every single one of them. That's why I chose not to blame myself for their actions. All I did was untie the knot. So yeah, we found that. And if you don't remember last time, there's a character missing. Should be one right here. But as you notice, there's not. Wait. I want to see what if we open these in a notepad. Okay, it's just a bunch of gibberish. But okay, let's get back to the game. forward to hearing what you think. If this just get... It just went back to normal. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Mary's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I feel bad for distracting her from reading. Catch a glimpse of a cover of her book. Looks like the same book she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah. Crap. Think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing and I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Ah, well, when I stopped by at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, look at the cover of the book. Yay, we did it. Oh, let me change my mic. There we go. We're better now. Okay, why didn't this launch? Here we go. Wait, hold up. Let me relaunch the game. I just want to see if I saw that right. Okay then. Guess, I'm seeing a set. I have no clue why I said don't forget to back up Monica's file. We'll ignore that for right now. Don't know why. But let's get back into it. The book is titled Portrait of Makarov. I'm sorry, I can't. We're back. The book is titled Portrait of Makarov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment program. Let me see if this book is real. I have a feeling it's real. Oh, it's certainly not an actual book. Basically, it's about a religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and fixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story. So that dark turn came from nowhere. Ah. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Will? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. Just that this kind of story, it's kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil. What the fuck? But because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. And suddenly... Okay, that came up. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like book and writing fill my thoughts. That said my whole body. What is it? I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Said my body's something. I don't know. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yes. Creepy bitch. I mean, you don't have to, but... Ahaha, what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put in my bag. Alright. It's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to yours. Ah. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. Open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. What the stop. Stop. What did that say? It said bathing and what? Yuri, really? You really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, and hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. This is getting crazy, like, it's giving me the creeps, and especially the light is turned off in the room that I'm in right now. Oh, there's an actual book. I might actually have to read this book. Oh, never mind. I don't want to read that book. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page. Before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Yuri? Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Huh? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. Haha. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Hahaha. Oh, I'm getting chills, man. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yeah? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Will, did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri's acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Ahaha, don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag. Go with Monica. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. See who I made this poem for, because I don't remember. Hi, Will. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah. Lounge fit. Ah, yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, do you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better? I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Will. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Yeah. Great job, Will. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. Guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. Ahaha, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing though, but sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. That's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she used to be an indulgent like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strong. Like earlier, I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and rapid spacebar too quick and looking for alone time. Suddenly, the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. Suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I just sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Okay, we already read this. No, this is... Is this different? No, this is an extension. And this is Hole in the Wall. If you go back to the first video, we read the first part of this poem. I'm pretty sure. But, I said, but he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burdened eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing in tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallow my fears. I brandish my pen. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask you. Oh, shoot. That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. Guess you could say I had some kind of an epiphany recently. Been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? I want to look in the folder to see if we got anything new. Look at the log real quick. No, not really. But it says, let's back up Monica's character like it told us. Backed up Monica's character. Yeah, something like that. Kinda nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kinda comforting, coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Okay, I'm not gonna read this again. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. Keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get big talk. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. We're definitely going to Yuri. As Yuri reads the phone, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Perfect. What was that? Did I say that aloud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I really recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is both style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's almost like her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Suki can be a little biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking to people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if you're apologizing to yourself, me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Um, Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, after all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? The ten. Okay, this is the same poem she wrote. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. Must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test. Okay, I can't read it like that. Poems are read with like kind of a flow. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the thickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm. Breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. That's one about ghosts and I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. Yeah, super duper weird. Look, the character file is completely gone. When I first opened the game, when I was here, it said don't forget to back up Monica's file. I'm like, what? I wasn't even thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read it. Okay, I got. Well, I just don't read script very often. I can see your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Will. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over that, after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in our last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. Eh, it's nothing really. Yours looks impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Will. Me too. Last but not least, Miss Doki. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. You just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Smack me. Okay. Sorry. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Already read this one. It's eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Fly? Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Okay. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand, but the other nice thing about simple writing is it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but made it fall flat on purpose. Helped bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. Tried to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew. Guess that's everyone. Glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities, even if they're just. Okay, I thought the music was a little weird. Let's go. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sighed. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. Might land on Yuri and Natsuki. Oh no, or is she gonna make a comment about her boobs again? They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrow furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? What is it about the feeling of giving up? How can that be cute? I know that. It's, I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you had to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would ask someone who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Will did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Yeah. And Will liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh! I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... Well, you just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Will appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No! If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Will started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve... Oh my gosh, Monica gets involved early. This is very interesting. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that? You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking, you wannabe edgy bitch. That's gonna have to get bleeped. Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. Don't approve anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Correct. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Will hear everything you think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turned towards me as if she just noticed I was standing there. Will! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. What the fuck? Hey Will. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? I just got fucking chills. Okay. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members.